Hi, let's dive into today's story. 5 months after they got married, she was dead on the garage floor, wrapped in plastic. He called another woman right away to chat about the most mundane and boring stuff for hours, and then booked a hotel room for them. This was the newlywed murder of Vicki Roberts and the double life of her husband, Michael Roberts. Vicki Roberts was 25, bright, kind, church-going, rooted in Cheshire, England, with a brother and two sisters. She worked at IKEA. In 2006, she met Michael Roberts there. He's tall, cocky, funny when he wanted to be, and very charming with women, according to people around him. His Facebook looked like a movie trailer. Sunglasses, smirks, confidence. Everyone knows one thing about Michael. He just could not stop bragging about sex like it was a sport. They dated on and off, got engaged, and in June 2009, they finally married. The pictures glowed. A young couple stepping into forever. Except that Michael was already living a double life. Sex propped up his ego. When intimacy with Vicki dipped after an early pregnancy that ended in termination, he pushed for rougher encounters and drifted further into affairs. Even before the wedding, he started cheating. After the wedding, he accelerated. He left the IKEA for another company, Phones for You, and on the training day, he met Carrie, a single mom. They plugged into an intense affair. Hotel rooms, risky meetups. She later said that he even tried to throttle her during sex. But the red flag was ignored by both women at the time. Weeks after the wedding, he called on Carrie and set his sights on Karen, another Phones for You employee he met around the same time. Karen was engaged at the time, but she said she was unhappy, and Michael mirrored right back. Oh, I am unhappy too. I should have got married. They connected on Facebook, then migrated to texts. Dozens a day, then hundreds, eventually more than 5,000 messages in little over the months. He texted her sitting next to Vicki during dinner with Vicki's parents and deep into the night. This was not an whoops fling. It was a pattern. It seems like Michael needs multiple women at once. He could not live without constant tension and was living in constant lies. Vicki found signs. She cried, confronted him, and pleaded in a letter to Michael. She loved him, wanted the marriage to work, but she would not share him. He swore it would change. Well, it didn't. Late November 2009, Karen told Michael she had left her fiancé for him. Michael told her he had left Vicki and moved back to his parents, which is an obvious lie. At home, he kept up the friendly husband act while texting Karen continuously. The night before the killing, they had dinner at his parents', went home, watched TV. Michael kept tapping away on his phone, setting up a hotel for the next day. By morning, Vicki had seen enough. On the laptop, he pulled up the hotel booking, printed pages from his Facebook chats, and confronted him. Only 5 months into their marriage, she said she would tell his parents everything. For a man whose identity hung on control and image, that was the tipping point. He attacked. He put his hands around her neck and strangled her in their apartment. She fought, but he was stronger. Within minutes, Vicki, a bride of 5 months, was dead. After he killed his wife, Michael didn't panic, confess, or even pause. He picked up the phone and called Karen. chatting for more than 2 hours, casually drifting through topics. Even the X Factor was in the conversation. The next day, he behaved as if life were business as usual. He went shopping in Chester with Karen, then checked into a nearby hotel where they had sex. When he finally showed up to work, he was simply late and tired, telling the colleague that Vicky had left him. Back in the apartment, he used Vicky's phone to text himself, "Hey honey, how's your day going?" to fabricate a cheer for message trail. On CCTV, he appeared at a supermarket buying refuse sacks and sponges, eating snacks as he walked out of the grocery store, calm as a man running errands. He returned home, wrapping Vicky's body and hid it in the garage, then went out again to buy silk sheets, dressing the bed for Karen. It was chilling, like ticking items off a to-do list. His lies fanned out in every direction. To Karen, he insisted he had already left Vicky and that they would be together soon. To Vicky's parents, he claimed that their daughter had walked out on him. From Vicky's phone, he texted her mom, "Hey mama, I'm okay. I couldn't lie anymore. I will call soon. Don't be upset." A tone that did not sound like a Vicky at all, but did buy him time. When police first called, he repeated the runaway story.
Hello? Hello, is that Michael? It is. Hi, Michael, it's the police here at Runcorn.
Okay.
Hi, we've had a phone call off your wife's dad, and
Right.
she's missing at the moment.
Right.
Obviously, we're a little bit concerned at the moment. Is there anything else that you can tell us as to why she's gone?
Basically, I got a message yesterday saying that she's left me for someone else.
Oh, right.
She's basically left me for someone else. She's got her stuff with her, but all the clothes are gone. And as I explained to, because obviously they're a bit worried that it was, like a snatch and grab or something like that.
Right.
But as bad as it sounds, I've done for everything. A passport's gone, a driving license is gone, and so obviously, as you can imagine, I'm devastated.
Okay. What I'll do, I'll just have a word with the sergeant and just see what he says. Obviously, I'll just tell him what you told me.
Okay.
And I'll see what he says. Am I alright to give you a ring back in a bit?
Yeah, sure. Hello, Matt Roberts speaking. Hi, Mike. It's Sergeant Phil Day speaking from Cheshire Police. Well, what we've had to do, Mike, is report a missing from home. Right. I spoke to your colleague this morning. It's technically not because she's kind of said what she's done, if you get what I mean. It's not in person. Yeah. What I need to do, it might be difficult. I need you to go home and meet a police officer at your home address. Right. Can you leave now? Because there's a police officer been assigned. Yeah, give me 2 seconds. Okay, you can get back to work then. Alright then, I'll leave now. I'll be about half an hour. Alright, that's great. Alright then, cheers. Thanks so much, mate. Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
Later, when officers returned and looked more closely in the garage, they found a large wrapped bundle. Prying open one end revealed Vicky's blood-stained hair. Michael ran from the site when the police were still investigating. For 3 days, he used aliases, switched hotels, and was caught on camera buying new clothes. In a nearby town, he cornered a female colleague in an alley and tried a fresh script. It was a sex game gone wrong, he said, and Vicky had choked on a dressing gown cord. He did not believe him. The police were called, and he was arrested. From start to finish, it was manipulation as strategy. Keep everyone in a separate story, keep the messages moving, and keep the lies one step ahead of the truth. He went on trial. He stuck to accident during sex. But the forensics did not match a cord. The timeline didn't match a panic. The post-crime behavior did not match remorse or shock. It matched a man who killed, hid a body, kept the mistresses, and tried to script everyone else's reality. The jury convicted Michael Roberts of murder. He received a life imprisonment with minimum term of 17 years. This is the tragic story of Vicki Roberts, a newlywed wife who believed the man he pretended to be and hoped that the early kind version of him would return. She did not know that she was facing a serial cheater who needed multiple women orbiting him to feel important. When he gets out, he will still have a life to lead. She won't. He took that away 5 months after putting a ring on her finger. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.